So I don't know if I am the only INFJ that struggles with this, but I have a tendency to get overwhelmed and I have a tendency to feel anxious or anxiety when there's too much going around me too quickly. What do I mean by that? It could be rooted from or triggered by my need to control external circumstances, which, by the way, I've gotten much better at. I've gotten much better at just kind of allowing things to flow and just kind of flowing with it. But there's certain times when there's too much information coming at me too quickly within a small expanse of time, and it triggers anxiety. And I noticed the remedy. It's it's taking me a while to apply, but I noticed that if I just kind of like observe the anxiety and I kind of disengage from it and I start focusing on my breath, things seem to settle down. But I think it takes a lot of, I think, practice and maybe even like self awareness and mastery to proactively engage in this breathing technique. So whenever I'm overwhelmed and I'm still working on this, I have a tendency to just kind of like focus on my breath to realign myself and rebalance myself, because I feel like when I get into a state of anxiety because there's I'm overstimulated, my mind is overactive and I'm allowing my mind to kind of like steer me in like a place of chaos. You know what I mean? And if you really look at it too, whenever you're feeling anxious, you get short of breath, right? So you need to focus on like taking slower, longer, deeper, mindful breaths. And so far it's helped me. Also setting the tone for the day helps. Like before I start a day, I have a tendency to like almost like, I guess, say mantras in my head, whether it be like, I learned this from Paramahansa Yogananda in one of his books. Um, I am a prince of peace on my throne of calmness. And I'll just kind of like, re replay that particular thought in my head so that I can set the tone so that I can be at peace no matter where I am at, no matter who I am with and what's happening around me. And of course you have to catch yourself in the moment. If you're not even aware you're undergoing anxiety, you can't really remedy it. But if you can catch yourself in these little moments, eventually you can like change the pattern or the conditioning to where it's momentary to where it's a little longer to it becoming like a way of living. Or that's my theory on it. Yeah, always return to your breath and then be mindful of your thoughts, and always remember that you have no control of anything outside of you, but you have control of yourself. And you have the choice in every moment to reground yourself, rebalance yourself, realign yourself. Another thing I've noticed is I have trouble communicating. I don't know if it's because I am afraid or insecure of reactions from people I'm trying to communicate with, but I'm working on that as well. And I feel like, as long as you communicate yourself to someone, and you don't have to like be mean about it. I mean, you can. But for me, that's not my nature isn't to like yell at someone or make someone feel lower than, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, because like my focus has always been like respecting people. No, because like if you don't communicate with people, I just feel like a lot of them are unaware and they cannot meet your needs and they cannot understand because you're not willing to, express yourself. So I'm getting better at expressing myself, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, you know what I mean? And then I think like people who actually like respect you, they'll stick around, they'll support you. People who don't, I guess they're just not worthwhile. And now you can like separate the wheat from the chaff, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, um, so to remedy anxiety, mindful breathing, being mindful that you are feeling anxiety, and then just kind of stepping aside and then giving yourself the time to like be more present with your breath. And then like when it comes to other people and not fulfilling your needs, I mean, obviously you want to be able to fulfill your need, but come on, like let's think about it. We need each other. We need to help each other. We support each other. We help each other to grow, or we help each other to be dragged down, you know? It depends on the company you keep, and I guess it depends on you and what you want to experience. But yeah, like at the workplace, you come across all these different personalities, and everybody's doing their own thing and engaging in their own experience and reality. But if somebody is, I guess, doing something that doesn't feel right for you, I go with my feelings. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm highly cerebral, but I also go with my intuition and my heart. I think more so my intuition and my heart, and then I'll refer to the cerebral aspect. But yeah, if something feels off kilter, or if somebody is doing something and it's making you feel off kilter inside, um, you need to express that so they're aware. Because if you don't express it, then you just kind of hold it in and it festers, and then you replay this like mental like impression over and over again that just makes you stuck in place. So yeah, to move through it, you have to express yourself. Yes, and like I said, some people will attack you because you're triggering stuff inside of them. It's not personal, but at the same time, you need to like find your voice and speak up and let it be known, like what is necessary, like how people should be adjusting themselves in order to like like meet you where you're at, and if they don't want to meet you where you're at, then move it along. Life is too short to be stuck anywhere in anything that's not good for you on a mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual level. Anyhow, I have no idea what I said. Every time I hit the record button, I just kind of like, ooh, and I don't really know what I'm saying until I actually stop the recording and replay it. So, if you agree with me or disagree, cool. If you learned something or didn't learn something, that's cool too. Tomato, tomato. Um, Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for watching, and blessings to one and all. Amen.